So as you know, I'm the GrowthKid, and I'm going to talk about my marathon experience. I've got questions on my phone I'm going to answer about the marathon experience. So, number one, why did I even sign up for the marathon? It's a hard question, but I feel like I signed up for the marathon because I wanted to take on a new challenge. As I'm 19 years old, it's kind of hard for me to explain, but I kind of feel like I haven't really accomplished anything, even though I have accomplished things in life, but it feels like I haven't because my main goal hasn't been met. So I feel like I needed to accomplish something. And that's when I started looking into athletics, etc. And then I decided to do it for a charity called the Children's Society. Big them up because they worked very, very hard with me, and they worked very, very hard with everyone else that ran for their charity. So I will always appreciate them, the CEO, and the people that helped me out also, the training days, the training team. I will always appreciate every single one of them. But now we're going to move on to the next question. Did I genuinely believe I could finish? Well, that's a hard question because did I genuinely believe I could finish? No. I didn't believe I could finish. I'll be real. I genuinely thought I was going to give up halfway through. Multiple points at a time, I just stopped and felt like, oh yeah, let me just give up. But then I was just like, no, I can't give up. Everything I did, everything I trained for, I just can't give up. I just can't. Like, that was probably the last thing I was ever gonna do. And then how would I explain to people that I gave up? Nah, I ain't doing it. What was the hardest part of training? I feel like training was actually alright, but the hardest part was training during the winter. The summer was alright because obviously summer vibes, etc. Sometimes I had my little brother training with me, but the winter was a tough one. It was a very, very tough one. Going out when it's raining or when it's absolutely freezing cold, I should be wearing a puffer jacket and I ain't wearing nothing apart from a t-shirt and I'm running. But I mean, they were the kind of times that gave me more motivation to just keep going because I felt like if I could do it during the winter, I can do it in April. You know what I'm saying? What sacrifices did I make while training? The biggest sacrifice was probably mainly, I wouldn't say 100%, but mainly giving up fast food. I'm not gonna lie, because I eat a lot of fast food. I feel like that was the biggest and hardest challenge for me. So that was the hardest part for me, like kind of giving up fast food. I wouldn't say I 100% gave it up, because I didn't 100% give it up, but I gave up a little bit. Next question. Did training change my mindset outside of running? Yeah, it did. I would say training changed my mindset, but I'd also say that it changed my health. So I think it was a benefit. Training was a benefit. I would even recommend that even if you ain't gonna do the marathon, they should still go train for it, because there's a lot more benefits and health benefits to the London Marathon than people think there is. When did I feel the most doubt? Okay, so the doubt came, I think there was a few times I felt doubt. The day that I went to go collect my bib, that was the first day I felt doubt, because I was speaking to some people and they were telling me, oh, they've been training for years, and years, and I wasn't training for years. I was training 8-9 months, so I can't say I was training for years. Like, I was not training for years. If I was telling you I was training for years, then it's a lie. It's the first time I applied for the marathon, and it's the first time I got it. So I ain't been training. I mean, I would say that I got good health due to me walking all the time, but I wouldn't say that I trained for it. And then another place I felt doubt was the day before. The day before, my mind was running games on me, and it was the same reason. It was everyone was telling me they've been training. I did stop in multiple places, I'm not gonna lie, like I did stop, but I feel like every single time I stopped, I felt like I could just keep going. So, but then when I saw everyone else running up and I'm running down towards Canary Wharf, it's just like, oh yeah, no. Like, no. What thoughts kept me going? Well, the thoughts that kept me going, I appreciate all my friends that came and my family. My family came at different points. So one was at Canary Wharf, one was at Popular, one was and my friends were at Westminster. But the thoughts that kept me going was, I have to keep going. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. Like, what was the point in training? What was the point in going through this hardship? What was the point in the sacrifices if I'm not gonna finish it? Like, I have to just keep going. I have to keep going. Did I train because I was motivated or because I had to? That's a tough question. I feel like I trained because I had to. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I trained because I had to. Like, as much as people say, oh yeah, you train because you're motivated, I ain't motivated all the time. But that's the same with my music, it's the same with my motivation. Like, my motivation ain't gonna push you 24/7. You have to know how to motivate yourself at times. Like, I listen to a lot of motivation, but they're not gonna always motivate me. I have to decide that I wanna motivate myself at some points. What habits improved because of the marathon prep? My diet, I would say my diet improved because I wasn't eating as much takeaway. And that was one big advantage. Even on my normal health, that was one big advantage. How did I feel waking up that morning? My feelings were hard to explain, but I think I had a lot of doubt in me because I felt like, oh yeah, I couldn't do it. I mean, all these people that I'm going to go meet have been training for years for it, and I've been training for 9 months. So how the hell am I gonna get through? But I feel like I just had to get through it. I had to get through it. Like, there's no bouncing out of it now. I had to get through it. What was the atmosphere like at the marathon? I think the atmosphere changed a lot because I feel like there was different points of the marathon where the atmosphere was good, and then different points of the marathon where you had to mentally lock yourself in. There were some parts of the marathon, oh yeah, Tower Bridge, Canary Wharf, Buckingham Palace, where they were screaming, shouting. Then when you went through some of the small places in London, it was like, okay, maybe you had a few people, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the sides, but it wasn't like major motivation or major pushing. So I feel like they were the hardest points in the marathon. But the marathon, at the beginning, it was really good. Like, in the park where you had people talking to you, etc. You were talking to other people. Then at the end, the atmosphere was also brilliant. You just collect your medal and then you walk off to go find a family, etc. And I had people there, so I would say that my atmosphere at the end was pretty good. What was going through your head at the start line? I felt like at the start line, I really had to like push myself because I already felt like I couldn't do it, that I had doubt in my head. So at the start line, I really had to just go for it. Like, I couldn't turn around, nothing. Like, I'm at the start now. Like, this is about to start. They're about to tell you go. Like, and when you're on goal, you're on goal. Like, can't turn around, can't do none of that. You just go. Like, you just have to go with it. Sometimes in life, you're gonna be in uncomfortable situations. but that's how life is, and you just have to go. Like, even in your career, in your life, there's things that's gonna happen, but you're just gonna have to get on with it and just go. At what point did the marathon become difficult? So I don't know the exact point, but I can describe it to you. When you come up from Canary Wharf, you go through this underground bridge, and that's where I stopped. And that was where the marathon became difficult in my eyes. That's where the marathon became difficult, where you're running towards Buckingham Palace. And it also got difficult when you were at 24 miles, but the marathon's 26.2. So you just had to keep going. Like, I just kept checking my phone and kept checking my phone constantly and was thinking, like, when am I gonna hit 25? When am I gonna hit 26? And when am I gonna hit the 0.2? So I think that was the hardest point. Under that bridge, when you're coming towards Buckingham Palace, when you've gone under that bridge, after that, I think that's a difficult point. Because it's like everyone starts walking, no one's really everyone's still pushing, but then they can't, you're seeing people drop because their legs can't face it anymore. Or you're seeing people drop because their heart can't take it anymore. That's the most difficult point in my eyes. Next question is, did I ever think about quitting? Yeah, there were multiple times I thought about quitting, I'm not gonna lie. But as I said on the GrowthKid, I have to push through. That's what I see myself as. I see myself as the GrowthKid. I see myself as my brand. I am the GrowthKid, so I have to push through. If you decide to take on a challenge like this, you have to understand you are you and you have to push through. That's what happens. What moments stand out the most? I think the moments that stood out the most was when I saw my family, which was Popular, Canary Wharf, Tower Bridge, Westminster, and my friends. Seeing my family and my friends. They were the moments that, I could have given up, but when I saw them, it was like, oh yeah, I have to push through. I'm gonna push through. What was the hardest mile? I think the hardest mile mentally was anything above 22. When you're after 22, it's like, when am I gonna reach the end? When am I gonna reach the end? When am I gonna reach the end? And that's what was going through my head. It's when am I gonna reach the end? Because I'm limping, my leg is in pain, I could barely even feel it. When I try running, I'm getting a cramp. So when am I gonna reach the end? What did seeing the crowd feel like? I feel like seeing the crowd gave you a little boost, and it made me feel like, oh yeah, I've got people supporting me, so let's just go. I don't have another choice, we have to go. What did finishing feel like emotionally? It was, I wouldn't say it was, I couldn't really take it in at first because my leg was in pain, so I had to go to a physiotherapist. But I feel like a few days after, when the pain was all gone, it felt amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I can't really describe the feeling. It's just a feeling where not many people have accomplished the London Marathon, and I am one of them people. I have accomplished the London Marathon. So whatever percentage of people that have completed the London Marathon, I am now part of that percent. It's actually crazy because some people don't even do that in their lifetime. They live. It just makes you feel special, emotionally, because all that training, all that hard work, everything you sacrificed, you've done it. It was all worth it in the end. The next question is, would I do another marathon? It's good that I'm doing this a few days after, I think, because if you ask me days after the marathon, I feel like I'd still be in pain and I ain't doing no other marathon again. But we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. What advice would you give someone scared to start trying something hard? Push your limits. And if you don't push them, you're just going to stay stagnant for the whole of your life. And if you stay stagnant, you don't grow. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching the video. It's the GrowthKid. Leave a question in the comments if you have another question. I will answer the comments as I can. Thanks for the support. Big up the Children's Society, my friends, my family, everyone that donated towards the Children's Society. My link will still be in the comments, so if you want to donate, you still can, and that's till the end of May. If you're seeing this after the end of May, well, it's a bit too late, but I'll still leave a comment on how to donate to the Children's Society. So thank you for everyone that supported me. Thank you for everyone that donated. Thank you to everyone that kept me motivated. Thank you to everyone that shared the message of me running a London Marathon. Thank you everyone that came to support, everyone that sent me a message the day before, the day after, etc, etc. I appreciate you all, and that's been the GrowthKid.